Wyatt Peterson is up first tonight. Welcome back, Wyatt. How are you?
Hey, good evening, Jeff. I'm doing well. How are you doing?
I'm all right, thanks. We're seeing a takeover of what used to be America. Every major position of influence, any matrix where there's power concentrated, they're all targeted, if not already taken over by the tribe. That's what they go for. And ultimately, if they have to bring anybody to heel, they've got blackmail, they've got everything you can imagine, and they'll use it. They have no hesitation whatsoever. It's so sad that the American public just don't get it. They've all been, unfortunately, brainwashed for so long with Jewish victimhood, and I'm really tired of it, frankly. There are many other peoples on the planet who have been victimized just as bad as the Jews allegedly have been victimized, and I, for one, don't believe it. They've been in control. How are you a victim when you're in control? It doesn't make sense. That's
right.
It's the reverse psychology they always use, though.
You look around, all you hear about is persecution of Jews and hatred of Jews, and you look around and they own all the Hollywood production houses, they own a majority of the sports teams in this country, they have enormous influence in the corridors of Washington and Wall Street and around the world, and you wonder, if this is persecution, then what the hell, can we get some of this? These guys,
where do I sign up?
They wield enormous power. Right. And I think for the first time, really in our nation's history, people are rubbing the dirt out of their eyes, and they're starting to see this group through a whole new lens, and they're saying, "Wow, this is really a takeover. We are an occupied country. These people wield enormous influence, and they can act with such a swift ruthlessness to pursue their own ends. And right now, they're really ratcheting up the saber rattling with Iran. And I think finally people are looking around saying, geez, these people are a menace, a total menace to the safety and well-being of our country, and something needs to be done about it.
What Jewish thing can you recall in history, since Israel was illegally founded, that has been made better by Jewish influence, Jewish money, Jewish power, Jewish control? They always seem to take on the basis of being victims. They're professional victims. That's what they do. Victimhood is almost a religion for them. Think about it. That's what they do. It's constant. Victim this, victim that. That's what's going on over here with the Ivy League colleges. You can't even talk about them now because they've been victimized so much. It's terrible. It's so unconscionable that people who talk about the lies and the butchery and the genocide in Gaza and in the West Bank now, etc., are being literally swept off the streets. It's terrorism to do that to somebody. It's a terrorist act. Yeah. Think about it. It's unconscionable.
Yeah, and Jeff, Candace Owens brought this up just recently. She was talking about when she was at the Daily Wire, how it was incumbent on her to disavow Kanye West, her good friend. Apparently they've been friends for a long time. So when he started calling out the Jews and Jewish influence in American culture, everyone around her was saying, you need to disavow him. She had to go through this ritualistic denouncing process, and she refused to do it. And then she said, after October 7th, Israel kicks off their genocide. Kids are being blown to bits by Apache helicopters and everything. And all the people that were telling her she needed to disavow this evil Kanye West were applauding and cheering this ongoing genocide, and are to this day. And so it creates this, it exposes this really warped dichotomy where Jews will always vilify people as the next Hitler or whatever it might be, whatever scare tactic, when anytime somebody criticizes or exposes Jewish power, but they support the most murderous, most heinous, most vicious, satanic group, organization, the IDF, in modern human history. So you have murderers and terrorists and people that openly talk about... And
where's the rationale? Come on, go ahead.
It's totally upside down. Totally upside down. A good example of this is when Israel's defense minister, Yoav Gallant, openly said, we're fighting human animals We're reacting accordingly. We're going to blockade all food, water, medicine, electricity. Nothing's getting in Gaza. It's a total siege. So the International Criminal Court says, okay, we're going to issue arrest warrants for Netanyahu and Yoav Gallant because these are genocidal policies. Oy vey, anti-Semitism. The ICC needs to be sanctioned, which Trump dutifully did. And now their chief prosecutor, Khan, is wrapped up in some sexual misconduct scandal, strangely enough.
Wouldn't be the first one.
So, so the tactics they use are just dirty, filthy, vile, backhanded tactics.
Well, what's heroic about a country that praises its soldiers who rape Palestinians in Israeli prisons and jails? And there are women Israeli soldiers, and they're cheering the men on, too. Where's the dignity and nobility in that? Now, let's talk also about IDF troops who yuck it up and high-five each other, apparently, when they shoot a child in the head. Or they get a pregnant woman and they shoot her through the abdomen, kill the child. I don't understand how anybody in their right mind could support. It boggles my mind that Americans could be that brainwashed, but they are. They are, unfortunately. They think that's fine. Oh, those poor Israelis, they were invaded on October 7th, and 1,100 were killed. Well, they don't get the number right. It's probably around 500 or 600 were killed by the so-called adversary. The other 500 or 600 were killed by Israelis in Apache helicopters, etc. I mean, we know. I must have run 8 or 9 videos of either active duty or retired IDF forces, men and women, who worked on the wall, the impenetrable wall between Gaza and Israel. And they said there's no way that could have happened, that attack, without full, I don't know what to call it, support, look the other way. The Israeli government, let's talk about false flag again. But it was a joke. They couldn't believe it. Those videos are all gone now. I can't find any of them. But I had 8 or 9 that I ran. They just said there's no way this could have happened. No. I remember one former IDF officer, was a woman. She went to the media and said, a cockroach couldn't get close to this fence without us knowing I ran
about
that
it. The
video.
idea
That was her analogy, and she's right.
Yeah. So again, it's that problem, that dialectical process. They use the problem, reaction, solution, and they use it to devastating effect. And the fact that Christians support this group,
That's
they
not
support
Christian
Israel.
to support something like that. It's not. It's antithetical to Christianity, and yet they support it. And I've heard some people say that, well, sometimes killing is necessary. What? And that's a Christian viewpoint. America's Christian Zionists are they're wacky. There's something really wrong with them. They don't think at all.
Yeah, they're screwed up. They're screwed up people. Those people are totally nuts. And I've had some experience talking with them, and they are a crazy people.
I don't know how we can reach the majority of Americans who buy into the mythology and get them corrected without full and open access to the mainstream media. And I mean print media, all media, it doesn't matter. We don't have that access. They won't give it to us. They've got it locked up. And you've seen the videos, all of you listening here in the U.S. certainly have seen the videos of 40 or 50 different television stations, local television stations, they're affiliated with the networks, all on a screen in 50 squares, they're anchor people saying the same exact prepared text, word for word. So who's controlling the media here? Is the media of, by, and for the people? Is it traditional journalism? No, it's all about conditioning, mind control, and brainwashing. Thank you, Wyatt. Take good care. We'll talk soon. Excellent.
Thanks, Jeff. It's always great talking with you. Talk soon.
Okay. Good night.